Knights of the Old Republic, Issue 6. The Hunt Ends, a Jedi Condemned. Commencement, Part 6 of 6. After discovering his friends dead at the feet of their own masters, Padawan Zayne Carrick is blamed for the crime along with Griff, a small-time Snivian Kuna autist. The two escape from the planet Taris with 2 Arcanian refugees, the adult inventor Camper and his protector, the fierce Jeriah. Zayne finds a clue explaining his master's behavior on the Rogue Moon. A meteor-blasted planetoid his masters once visited with him and his fellow students. The revived droid T1 Elba reveals that the masters, while meditating, had a horrific vision of one of her own students destroying the Jedi Order. Now realizing that their pursuit of him will never stop, Zayne sees only one way out. To win his fellow fugitives' freedom, he surrenders to the bounty hunter bent on returning him to Taris, to the very masters he believes killed his friends.
Almost a carnival atmosphere, viewers. Never has the arrival of a bounty hunter been met with more public anticipation than here on Taris. Taris sweared the massacre earlier this week of an entire class of Jedi by one of their own, his rock society, to its foundations. Taris, this planet so close to the stalemated Mandalorian front, already protected by so few Jedi, even before the controversial departure of many knights to join the war, a crusade from which some are already missing in action. Taris, where civil order has seemed on the brink of collapse this week, a city world whose residents now have but one question: can the masters of Taris restore public confidence in the Jedi by meting out swift justice to one of their own?
We're down, Morocco. Kid's not going anywhere. It should be free and easy from here. Boy, those two could got you with a look. What you ever do to them?
They think I killed their brother.
No, Joe, did ya?
Doesn't matter much now, does it?
You're right, kid. Don't. Let's get moving. Time is money.
The visitors have been scanned, Master Lucien. They are free of weapons and recording devices.
Thank you, droid. Leave us. Where is the Snivian?
I just found a boy, me lord, in a lifeboat in the asteroid belt. No sign of anyone else. They must have bought it on the rocks.
A lie. They live, but the Snivian has abandoned him, as we have foreseen. Is that right, boy?
So you've got the room cleaned up.
And the windows fixed. You have been costly, right? Bounty hunter.
Cost isn't nothing if the goods are quality, me lord. It's what you want, right? Your Padawan killer?
No, but here's what we want.
Eh?
I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't. What you're actually beginning to think you had.
For a moment, then I remembered Albie. Albie showed me your meditation, the Rogue Moon. I heard you talk about this vision of yours, the Great Destroyer, wearing a spacesuit and face mask like one of ours.
Yes, Albie. Remarkable insight you showed there, my Padawan.
Don't call me that.
What? We united without my knowing.
Stop playing games.
I don't need details, good people. I just need my money, if we can.
Oh. But knowledge has value, too, Captain Ying. These details, as you call them, are a treasure beyond reckoning. You may have heard it was at a ceremony for knighting Padawans where young Zayne left our company quite suddenly, after he had arrived late. What you don't know is that he wasn't the only late arrival.
Sorry I'm late, Masters. I wanted to see my sister and brother home. Even the middle city is getting rough these days.
It's okay, Shad. As usual, you're not the last one here.
Of course. Let me stow my lightsaber. Oh. You've got your lightsabers, Masters. I thought we didn't wear them on the temple floor.
It's a special occasion, Shad.
Just part of the knighting ceremony.
Ah, now, Master Lucien, you got yours. Does that mean Zayne's being knighted too? That's wonderful. I don't believe it.
Zayne. Yes. I see from the entry system he's just arrived below. We may begin soon.
Yes, and Zayne, too. I never would have thought.
He's going to be so surprised.
I can't wait to see how.
Wait. I don't believe it. Zayne's a great guy, and we all like him and try to help him out. But he's no Jedi. He comes in last among us in every test, every task you assign.
Yes, well, he has this special relationship with the Force and time. He will. Shit, what can I say?
But he's had all the time we've had.
He doesn't get any more, does he?
Recall the great need for knight students. With those that have gone to war on Terrace, and places like it will need all the Order can muster.
I'm sure Zayne will work out fine.
You're lying. Why are you lying? I've heard you all talk about Zayne. We've all heard you. You don't take him seriously at all. None of you. You treat him like a court jester. Now you're going to knight him.
We keep our counsel. The Order does not explain it.
But the Order follows your recommendations, right?
You always said he was a buffoon, Master Fel.
But we have known Zayne for a very long time, and
We know you. You preach the unifying force. How many times have you said it? Friendships pass, but our duty is eternal. The mission is all.
And you said you were his friends. Isn't this what you've always wanted for him?
Yes, it's just not what you wanted. Now, what's really going on here?
An intervention for the galaxy.
You killed them in cold blood. They weren't innocent. Exarchon was a Padawan once too. His master had a warning, but failed to act. That earned him death? On the Sith War.
We favor part of the sacred trust, Zayne, the Jedi Covenant. To stand watch and make certain that never happens again.
These four masters are among the greatest seers in the Order, and acting in unison. They see farther than a Jedi ever has, and they have seen.
The Mandalorian wars, the Jedi Crusade. Events are in motion everywhere.
we've searched in all directions for the Shatterpoint, the key that will unlock the Sith menace again.
We just didn't expect to find it right in our midst. I can see you're busy people. If I can just leave an account number.
So, you understand, Zayne. We had to dispose of the threat. Whatever the cost. Returning to Terrace gave us time to settle on a plan and a story. We would say we rejected Shad Jelavan for his headstrong ways. Enraged, he slew you four before we stopped him. Permanently. Your late arrival was expected. We weren't going to move until then. Shad was the one who surprised us. We shouldn't have been surprised. His insight was always good. The others just followed his lead.
They saw through you. Because they didn't think I was good enough.
He forced our hand. Then you came in.
When I escaped, I became your fall guy.
It wouldn't have been my first choice. Your trainers on Dantooine knew your limitations, but your escape from the five of us made it possible to convince them that you had help from the dark side.
Do you think I had help from the dark side? Do you really think I'm your nightmare destroyer?
I'm not a seer. It could have just as easily been one of the others. I hope we'll never find out. But you did escape. Against all odds, and we're not taking any more chances.
Look, I'll just wait back at the shuttle. You can send the payment via.
Actually, Captain, we'll be needing your shuttle. The boys' partners are aboard your ship. Your shuttle will return, bearing us.
Hey, I don't really want passengers.
Neither do we. We'll deal with his crew and your friends. And this nightmare, Zayne, will be over.
Why? I'm the threat.
You never were attuned to the unifying force. The threads of life form a larger fabric. Your destiny might work through them. And to put it tritely, they know too much.
Don't you want a fair fight?
We can't afford one. I'm sorry.
Wait, Shad's sister and little brother. He was sending them his stipend. They've got nobody now. Please, help them.
We'll consider it. Goodbye. What?
Primary facility power failure. Security screens disabled.
Is that lightning? It shouldn't have.
That was a bomb.
No, it's blast of fire. We're big. I sense.
Jedi.
The Sith Lord.
Drink Carrick.
Let's go.
Gerald?
It's the girl, you fools, the girl.
Our sabers.
Oh, no, you don't.
Hang on. So much for low grab booster jets on Terrace, huh?
How? I thought you were going to leave with the Oroko.
Griff bribed the first mate to release the last resort in orbit, and LB still had the schematics of your tower. And we told him we wanted to shoot at his old master. It's like he got a tear in his eye. And we remembered what you said about this suit. Camper added audio and a trick helmet.
But you could have been away free and clear.
Maybe, but nobody's ever sacrificed himself for any of us before. Couldn't let you go thinking that was sensible behavior. Doesn't mean we like you or anything.
Zayne, I know. I underestimated you. But it's all clear now. You are the danger they've told.
Getting more dangerous by the second, it would seem. That's the problem with the fabric of destiny. The loose ends can kill you.
Run, if you want. But hide. Forget our ways. Bury yourself before you bury us all. Respect the vision. Fear what you might become.
I can't. Fear leads to the dark side. Doesn't it, Master? Griff, you came back. Why didn't you run?
Unfinished business, unpaid. I'm here to offer you a position in my organization.
Your organization? It's just you.
What can I say? It's a good position. My brains, and you're under destructive power. We'll own the galaxy. Or we'll rig it and sell it for salvage.
But you abandoned me. You said I was a losing hand.
Never look at my cards in any way. I'm all about the bluff. You remember. There's nothing better than making something out of nothing. I'd forgotten until Jared reminded me. So, well, you win.
This is insane, but this is the day for it. My family, my teachers, even my friends, they all assumed I would fail. They never took a chance on me that meant anything. I'm tired of betting against myself. If you guys can bet on me, maybe I can too. So I'm in on one condition. Stop calling me intern.
You've got it, henchman.
Engineers, they're the walkers and the best. There's a new power on the scene. More paragraph. Jedi jumblings. Prove her a credit.
3 weeks later.
The riots have reached the middle city. The senator is missing, and the rioters have the constable's family. Half her force has fled. The rest are pulling back to the upper city. We need to do something.
I'm afraid it's no longer our problem. We just heard from the Jedi Council on Dantooine. We've been recalled to Coruscant.
No!
They feel that the very public is capable of buy from our sanctum not once, but twice. As under our respect for our authority, I don't know what would give them that idea.
The Order has decided to cut its losses then. Terrace is free for the taking, by Mandalorian or Sith. Our concern is the galaxy found, not one planet, but in protecting the Order.
But what if they split us up?
We've worked from great distances before, Verona. We have resources.
And we know what we have to do. Zayne remains a criminal. The boy may run, but we'll find no haven open to him.
Excuse me, but the droids tell me we have a visitor. Some unsavory character from the Lore City. Delivering a message he said he received last night from a cantina near the Mandalorian front.
Is it for us?
No. It's for me.
Hello, Master. I'm running now, but I've had time to reflect on your teachings. You say the living sometimes have to suffer to serve a larger goal. I've seen how you live by that.
Well, I have a goal now too. Justice. For myself. For my friends. For the people sacrificed to the plans of the so-called infallible. And it will definitely involve some suffering. Because you see, I've had a vision of my own.
One day one of you is going to confess and clear my name. And to make sure, I'm going to hunt down each and every one of you. And the one that confesses leaves. I don't care which one of you does it. It doesn't matter where they send you. You have a death mark. Same as me. Don't look for me, Lucien, because I'll find you. And if I do end up collapsing the Jedi Order, just remember one thing. You started it.
The beginning. In the next arc of Knights of the Old Republic, a new adventure for Zayne and his crew on the Mandalorian front.
This is Master Cornelia. The planet is under attack.
We need to rescue Jeriel.
Hey, I'm stealing our shit.
Can the ragtag crew survive the Mandalorian onslaught? Find out in the next issue.